What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Flippin' Fortunes. We are at our newest acquisition here in Chandler, Arizona. This puppy is clean. We're gonna give you the full walkthrough, and then guess what? We're gonna head back to the office, break down the entire deal, show you how we got it, break down all the numbers. We're excited for this one. We'll see you inside.
Super clean.
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
It is not often we get a house like this.
Yeah.
Especially a stucco tile roof. If you're in the real estate industry, you know those two are hard to come by, especially at a wholesale price.
No, like Jake mentioned, we've only walked this thing one time. We walked it the one time when we went on the original appointment. So I mean, it was just full of the sellers, you know, just belongings. Their stuff was everywhere. You can always get like a decent feel from the property, but you can't get like the full, you know, the full feel until it's really completely empty like this. They left it good. I mean, they honestly, they left this thing in really good shape. No, these people were super nice. They did a really good job on just getting their stuff out and leaving it in good shape. Anyway, so this right here, right when you walk in, they were using this as an office when I came on the appointment. They added some nice storage up here. Guys, check this. Steven, give me a hand. Dude, give me a hand. I need a hand. Storage, also a cool loft for activities.
So, okay, here's gonna be one of my classic questions that you guys laugh at me for. Would this support?
Would this
support?
Yeah.
That seems a little flimsy.
Just depends on if you got your posts on each side of the beam here. Really what you'd want to do is you'd want to unwrap this right here just to see if you got the proper
I don't know, I think we're good.
proper support.
Please come down. This office area, what are you guys thinking? Take this out, leave this in?
I think you leave it, personally, I think you leave it how it is, because I think someone's gonna love the idea. If they, you know, a lot of people are working from home now. Since COVID, a lot of people stayed home. So this does give you actually like a nice office with like a nice big bay window. That is actually super nice for storage. But it's got, I mean, super nice vaulted ceilings. It's got a good feel to it, the house does, honestly.
Yeah, nice lighting.
Right.
Is this a dining room?
Yeah, this is one of the only places that's a little, I don't want to say funky, but a little funky. We're probably gonna take this fan out, put a chandelier here, dining table. Just don't do like a massive dining table.
Right.
Make it feel decent.
Wait, right here is the probably most awkward place of the house, what we've talked about. So they were using this as a TV area, which I think is really strange. So they had their couches like this with the TV here. They busted these out and they had like their DVDs. They had all that in there. Personally, I don't like the TV being, I don't like looking the opposite way of your yard and your view. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Framing this in, just closing it up. Couch is going this way now, TV right there on that big wall. So then you can also be in your kitchen and you can see the TV, not a problem. Kitchen, what we're gonna do, nothing too crazy. As you can see, the cabinets are super clean. They painted them, I think she said like a year ago. So a lot of times that's what people will do is if they don't wanna go, you know, completely new cabinets, they'll paint them. And they actually did a decent job on them. They're just clean white, so there's nothing wrong with that. We're gonna do new hardware on them because these are super cheap. So I mean, we'll just get more modern hardware. We're obviously taking all of these tile countertops out. We're gonna do a waterfall on both sides of this island here. We're gonna do a 10-inch overhang to be able to put some bar stools underneath. So this will be nice waterfall. That'll be nice new countertops there. We'll probably do a new backsplash just right in between the cabinets and the countertops there. And then it's already got stainless steel appliances. So I mean, this kitchen, you're actually gonna have a really nice looking kitchen for extremely inexpensive.
One thing I've noticed is that all the showers are
A little dated.
little dated back in the 90s.
And all the bedrooms are actually good sized.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, for sure.
And all the doors.
The doors are in great shape, yeah. Yeah, usually when we go to houses that we buy, again, usually they're distressed homes, and so the sellers, you know, maybe took a couple angry nights out on the doors. Like, I'm not even kidding though. Usually when we buy houses, the doors are like, they have punch holes and stuff like that.
Beautiful, beautiful space. You know, this will definitely require a deep clean. New paint, not a whole lot.
So nice little Jack and Jill over here.
These are gonna be a bitch to dig out.
Yeah, it's classic.
I don't even know how you take them out.
Not that too crazy. All the bedrooms match like exactly the same.
I know, yeah.
It's super easy.
Heck yeah. All the bedrooms are a real win. Oh yeah.
Step into the El Master. I think that's how they say it. Vaulted ceilings.
Oh yeah.
Great light.
Oh yeah.
To the dreaded master shower. It's a super large master shower, so it's, you know, there's gonna be some money spent there for sure.
Yeah, no question. Steven, could you actually walk in it for us?
Yep, I got you.
Oh!
Just go ahead and
Yeah, perfect.
and we're in. Perfect.
Look at that, man.
Love this. You know, also, this works really well.
So much room for activities in there.
It's perfect. So much room for sex in there.
All in all, actually, like, how much do you think this shower would cost us to put a new pan and tile?
Not very much. And it would probably go a long ways.
Thing I do like is they do actually have the toilet room.
The storage house.
Storage house.
Great glass.
Yeah.
Frosted glass. It's nice, dude, you know?
Absolutely. Privacy.
Privacy.
Heard of it?
Here's the last thing to check out his backyard.
Oh yeah. Man. Grazie. Here she is.
This is what's gonna sell this house.
100%.
It really is, like,
100%.
I'm not joking.
This is something that you never see on the houses we buy.
They let us keep this hot tub as well. So, I mean, this thing, we actually found the paperwork on this hot tub when we were inside, and this hot tub was 13 grand.
Anyway, we're back at Geronimo. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a walkthrough. We're about to get this thing staged tomorrow. So what we like to do is do a kind of a final walk before we stage it. Really kind of go through the whole house, blue tape it, or in this case, duct tape it. We didn't have any blue tape on us, so we're using duct tape today. But really what you do, kind of go through it, make sure that there's no, you know, things that you're not happy with, kind of do those final touches to make sure that it looks perfect before you're about to list it. We don't want what happened at Center, that last project, to happen where, you know, we come through and we see a light switch is all messed up.
God. God damn it, Jorge.
Oh, that looks bad.
We just want it to be perfect. Yeah.
I
We don't want it
looked
light switches
it
cut
was
in half.
unique, okay?
It was very cool,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
So let's go on in.
And then we were hoping to stage tomorrow. No chance. There was zero chance of that. No chances, correct.
Okay.
Very dirty, so we definitely need to do a final cleaning on this.
Has it been started?
I'm not walking under here.
Yeah, so light fixtures are in, baseboard's in. Obviously the whole house has been repainted now, it looks good. I like the paint color. Makes it nice and light and airy in here. Smells so good. Oh man. Woo!
Now, obviously, I think you guys remember we left the flooring because it was in really good shape. We're trying to save a few bucks. You remember this had the really small baseboard because they ended up tiling to the baseboard. So we had to pull that out. And you know, when you're not replacing flooring, there's gonna be a gap between where the tile was and where that baseboard was with the grout line. So what we do is we put a little cord around here. It's not my favorite detail, but you know, it at least looks clean going into the baseboard and like it was meant to be. We were thinking about doing like 2x4s as baseboard the whole entire way, and that would cover it.
It was between,
Joke.
It was between 2x4s and red vines. Like if you just do a red vine at the bottom, like, you know, over time the red vines will get hard. It's just a nice little red touch at the bottom, you know.
One thing you're gonna learn about Luke, he loves his red vines.
Which is so weird, by the way. Like, Twizzlers are so much better than Red Vines.
Oh my God.
All of you guys?
And again, we went very basic. Like those fans are probably $90 to $100 fans at Home Depot. Again, we don't need anything crazy because this is just a very clean, easy house.
But also, I mean, something that I think is really cool is the smallest things make the biggest differences.
Yeah.
Like, it shows that you don't need to go in and like bring a wrecking ball to everything and change it up to make it look good. Like, it looks really good, even though not much has been done.
Break the numbers down on this property because I mean, like the rehab on this one, we kept it very light, like very, very light. And I still feel like it made a huge difference. Like this looks like a different house to me.
I don't know if you remember, we had the old countertops. I think it were tile countertops. We decided to tear those out, do nice white quartz. Decided to do the waterfall edge, which if we're being picky, I don't think it looks the best. If you look down here.
I agree. I agree with that.
This ain't fantastic. Well, because at the end of the day, obviously, countertop guy came in right away. We gave him a deposit. He's already got final payment. We haven't walked this, but you know, someone has. So this is something we need to be catching.
Look at this. It's like if you can zoom in right here. Normally we're not like too picky, but like there's just a bunch of leftover residue, like where he did the joint right here. So that just needs to either be like sanded off or just needs to not look like that.
Sink is full.
A water?
Yes.
You know, sometimes you just need to get like a good Hoover vacuum. I mean, I think they re-epoxied the tub and the shower. I don't know if you guys remember that. Mm-hmm. So it looks nice and bright and white. Got some new shower fixtures coming.
Looking sick.
Hopefully.
Dude, you got paint on all of these steps.
Looks like someone was just in a hurry.
100%.
You know, that's the hardest part is, you know, contractors aren't taking their time and making sure it looks great. These first impressions when a buyer comes through and walks it, they're gonna notice all these things. It's gonna hurt you.
Especially because when you're walking upstairs, it's eye level too.
Eye level every single step.
Every step, it's like, oh, that looks like shit.
Bedroom number 6.
God, you know, I don't know about you guys, but every time I walk into a bedroom, I just get happy because there's not as much that can go wrong.
You know, windows just wide open, no screen.
Yeah, this is how the contractors were getting out and smooching.
Yeah.
On the roof over here.
Some things just make you go, I don't know.
Pulling that. That's to pull your window shades
What are you
up.
gonna do if I just? Damn it, Jake.
No, just take it out.
Yeah, let's put some tape on that.
Maybe just give me a heads up.
I'm gonna toss this down real quick.
There's a little glass up there too.
Damn it, Steven.
Unbelievable. Breaks the blinds. It just litters.
All right.
She's good.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know if we just did like a portion of it.
What in the actual hell is going on in here?
Nice thing is all the bedrooms look good.
Yeah, the bedrooms do look good.
Yeah.
Well, this room looks good.
Yeah.
Smells good.
Looks good. Feels good.
Plays good.
Plays good.
Oh. Actually,
This
looks
is
pretty
nice.
good.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does look good.
All right.
And we're in. Perfect.
Look at that, man.
Love this. Also, this
Dude,
works really well.
so much room for activities
Air.
in there.
And now,
Hooray,
I can
hooray.
actually get in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Looks like they still got to do a little tile work around the tub. Guys, this is the not fun part about doing rehabs and flips. This is why if you're getting into real estate investing, wholesaling could be the better route to go. Just off the bat, a lot less stress, a lot less moving pieces.
Yeah, like we were coming here, just being very honest, expecting like, oh yeah, let's get this thing staged and ready to put on the market in the next couple days. No, we're not even close. Like we're probably, it wouldn't surprise me if by the time we finish all these blue tape items, I would say we're probably not even ready to list this for another week.
So realistically, so somebody's watching this at home and they, get a new contractor team, and you walk into a house, you're walking in, you see all this shit. Would you use that contractor again? Like, how big of a deal is this? All these things.
I mean, it's only like our third time, maybe second or third time working with him.
This is kind of like the first like full project
For sure,
we've
yeah.
given him. Before it's been, smaller items. But a lot of times in reality, you're gonna have to kind of like massage that relationship with your contractor.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, yes, we would continue to use them, on more projects. It's more so just gonna be setting those expectations and really like hammering like speed is everything. Because when you're flipping, it is. Like this house, I think we bought it for $530,000. This house cost us like $5,300 to $5,500 every single month.
Right.
So, even that extra week and a half that's taken, that's like $1,500, $1,700. It's just literally out the window.
I think that's like when people are starting to get into real estate investing, I think that's one of the biggest things that they're afraid of is like not finding a construction crew or not having the connections. And I think that's something you guys do really well, and you could probably teach really well on the channel too. Like, how do you find the contractors? How do you find all those things? Build those relationships. Could be a cool topic to talk about.
And I mean, the thing is too, is that it's difficult. You know what I mean? Like we've been doing this for 9 years and it's difficult. Cause I mean, 9 years in and we're still, found a new contractor that we're trying to have do this. And obviously, as you can see, this is nowhere near what we were expecting, especially along the lines of timeline and, you know, workmanship. The thing is that with other people that we've used for a long time, other contractors, they know us by now because we've worked with them long enough to where it's like they know that shit like that's not gonna fly. Shit like that is not gonna fly. So it's like they just take care of it, and then, you know, obviously they'll let us know cost, and they don't like rake us over the coals, you know, saying like, oh well, I did all this extra stuff for you. No, like they give you like almost like an hourly rate of like, okay, well this is what I'm gonna do for taking care of all this stuff. But like that's just poor workmanship of like, you know, like you can kind of see right here of them just leaving that like that. Like that doesn't fly. If water gets back there, it's not gonna be good. It looks bad.
It looks terrible. And it's gonna come up on inspection, and it's such a simple fix. All it is just taking the time to get a little bit bigger one of these, just to cover it. It's like a cover plate.
Exactly.
But it's so often with contractors, they're just all about like, okay, yep, we'll slap this up here, it's finished, pay me.
100%.
And it's unfortunate, but that's kind of what you have to work through with them, and to make sure they understand like that's not gonna fly.
For sure.
All right guys, happy we did this. Ton of different items that need to be touched up. We're gonna get Josh on the phone, the project manager, make sure everything is buttoned up. But I guess till then, we'll probably be going on the market next week.
Hopefully.
Right?
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Absolutely, we'll keep you guys updated.
So we're back at Geronimo for the final walkthrough, and you know, the most Arizona thing that you'll ever see. Jake discovered a scorpion.
You know, I'm like Bear Grylls out here.
And he's pissed.
He is.
Oh.
He's seen better days, I think.
Arizona scorpions are all over the place. You know, one thing to look out for, so we're happy we found it. And,
But I'm just a little worried because, I mean, if he can crawl up on the tire and maybe I find him in my seat, you know, I don't want to sit on this fella right here.
why don't you just take him home?
Does anyone have like a little trapper keeper cage that I could borrow really quick?
I'll be right back. So the house is done, the house is staged, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
We think.
we think. Let's go check it out.
Let's got a ring to it.
Do it. Okay. Hey, it does look good. Ooh.
As
And
we're
we're
walking
shut
into here, here's a question that I'm sure everybody in the audience would like to know. When do you decide, yes, you want to stage a flip, or when do you just let it ride raw dog?
We like staging everything, honestly.
We've always been big raw dog guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the way we are. We've got 17 kids between us.
Right.
Wow.
So sometimes raw dogging is always the best option. No, but honestly for us, it's because over the years we've bought 8 sets of staging furniture. So it's like when you've got it all just sitting there, there's no point to not use it. Like it makes such a huge difference when you walk through a project when it's all fully staged and everything. So no, we stage everything because we have the stuff. We got the equipment, know what I'm saying?
Someone might walk into this house and see this. This sounds stupid, but like, oh, what's this room gonna be used for? Whereas if you just take that judgment or that, you know, guess away and put a table here, okay, so kind of a formal dining room.
I think it's safe to say that you don't necessarily have to stage, but if you have the ability to, you should stage.
When we do stage a flip, it tends to sell so much faster because literally the person can just come in and picture themselves in the house, and it usually brings a couple dollars more. So honestly, the staging furniture, you know, a lot of people look at it like as an expense, and yeah, it is, and it's kind of a headache to have to move it around, store it, all of that. But if you're adding an extra, say, $5,000 on every single one of your sales prices, you know, it's gonna pay for itself tenfold. It just feels super clean, airy, right?
AC clearly works.
Yeah.
It's cool in here.
Like super cool, like freaking like, know what I'm saying, dog?
This wasn't here last time, so I guess this was a nice little cover up for some of the stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys remember, we didn't love the way the back of the island looked.
Right.
So we decided to put up some shiplap. I still don't think it looks fantastic, but I think it's gonna get the job done.
But you know, that's also one of those things where when the people who buy this have people over, they're gonna be like, oh, I love the shiplap under here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's unique, you know?
See, the one thing, as Jake mentioned, what they should have done, which I don't know why they didn't do, and it's a little bit too late now, and it doesn't look terrible, but it's, looking back at it, they should have done this. The 3 strips in the corners should have been removed. So you can see how it's bowed like this when it hits the strips, like those 3 strips should have been gone. And then this would have been nice and flat up against it, and it would have held everything in perfectly fine. So those should have been gone.
There'll always be questions, not answers.
Yes, they did fix these though. The sides look much better. There was a lot of caulk on them. There was just so much caulk. If you don't know what caulk is a filler. It's a joint filler. So you just shove it in stuff and it fills it up.
Some people prefer, you know, white caulking like this. Some people prefer, you know, a little darker caulk.
It really just depends on, like, you know, your tile that you're using.
Depends on the gap you're filling.
For sure. The gap you're filling, but then also just depends on the, you know, the tile. Because I mean, if the tile is darker, you're gonna want a darker caulk, like sometimes a bigger caulk. But again, other times you're perfectly fine with the smaller, wider caulk.
I usually don't have much of an option. I'm stuck with the smaller, lighter caulk.
I'm staying out of it.
Steven actually, what you guys might not know is Steven's actually South African. So he actually has best of both worlds.
As you can see, we also took down the curtain that was up there. So it looks much, much better.
Ah, look at that. We have knobs inside the shower now.
Come on. Come on, somebody. Alright. As you can see with these tubs, I don't know if you remember, but we literally just, we did an epoxy paint on them. It's a spray, it's really, really intense. If you're even in the house while they're spraying this stuff, it's nuts. So yeah, I think it looks great. It looks really nice and white and it pops now, so I think that's gonna be perfectly fine. You guys wanna hit the upstairs?
Oh,
let's do it!
if you guys remember, this was the, you know,
oh yeah,
little toss spot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we still don't have blinds there, huh?
Sweet, well, yeah, again, bedroom just looks good, nice and clean. A million times better. You guys remember what this thing looked like before? There was like shit dripping down it and everything. It didn't look very good. Once again, it just looks nice and clean now. Yeah, again, just that same white epoxy paint. That will save you guys thousands of dollars. I'm not even kidding.
And honestly, at the end of the day, what most buyers want is they just want everything to look clean. Like if you look at the comps in the area, literally almost every single one of them has 1 to 2 bathrooms that have the insert in it. So it's not that big of a deal.
All right, once again, another bedroom, very clean. Again, I know we've talked about this on other videos. Bedrooms are nice because they're quick and easy.
Well, they finished the tiling, so that looks really good.
Yeah.
I like how everything, you know, is uniform throughout the house. We got the same, you know, backsplash that finishes throughout. Just gives it a nice, clean, uniform look.
This one was pretty darn bad before. It had the really, really tall,
Super tall
crossbar. But yeah, no, super clean. Kind of like we said in the beginning, just making it neutral, and that would appeal to absolutely everybody.
This is a 4-person shower, no problem.
Oh no, we get that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
There's at least 6.
I could easily, you know, wash your guys' arms.
All right, we're back in the office. We're gonna do the full breakdown of the numbers on Geronimo. This deal came into our system through a PPC lead. What that stands for is pay-per-click. Someone went on Google, filled out their little information into our system. Luke picks up the phone and calls. Luke goes out to the appointment. We lock this sucker up, $530,000.
We went back and forth. There's a lot of negotiating that goes on when you get there, and following that as well. Main reason is obviously in every scenario, a seller always wants more than their house is truly worth, and they're trying to get every dollar out of they can, out of the house as they can, which makes total sense because a lot of times this is the biggest investment that people ever make. So this is the biggest, time to really cash in for them. But unfortunately for us, as you can imagine, we need to get stuff as low as possible to be able to make the numbers work and to make them pencil. So yeah, from that point, it's a lot of them saying I want 580, me saying I want to be at 500, and then literally just kind of working your way in.
This one was actually super unique, and I actually think this is really cool because as you remember when we first walked through this house, it is pretty darn clean.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think that when you're buying flips, you have to buy homes that are like super, super distressed, which typically most of the time that is the homes we're buying. But every now and again you come across something like this that's super clean, and a lot of people might be wondering, why would someone sell their house at a discount to someone like you? Well, a lot of people want convenience. And that is what if you're watching this and you're getting into real estate investing, that is what you need to sell the homeowner on and what you need to offer them.
With this, this specific couple, they were already buying a house in Maricopa, which is about 30 minutes from here. So they went out the weekend that we put the offer in. They went out, looked at houses, they found one. So like, hey, we already found the house that we want to be in. Are you good if we do like a 3-week close? So they wanted to close super quick, which again, the majority of the people that we buy from, that is the scenario where they're like, hey, I just want to be done with this. I want to be hands-free. And so that's why we're a good fit for a lot of people.
We are going to walk through room by room throughout the whole entire property and break down these numbers exactly so you can see and account for what you could spend on your flip when you're doing this.
I think what we can do is we'll go ahead and start like when you're walking in that office on the right hand side.
Heck yeah.
We'll start in that room. So we did carpet it, we painted it, and I think we added a new fan. So those are the only 3 things that we did into that room. So the thing that's gonna be a little bit difficult with this is that when you talk about carpet and paint, you don't get charged by the room, you get charged by the total amount, like the square footage and everything. So for this property, we spent $3,900 on paint, so we're just gonna round that up to $4,000. So $4,000 for interior paint. What we'll probably end up saying is like out of that $4,000, that room probably cost, you know, $300 to paint. The ceiling fan is a $100 fan, so we're at $400. And then the carpet for the entire house was $1,700. When I say the whole house, all we did was the bedroom, 4 bedrooms and an office. So we did 5 rooms and it was $1,700. So that comes out to be right around $320 a room. So we're all in on that room right now about $700. $700, $730, somewhere around there.
So on this project, the way that it was broken down with the contractor, and every single contractor is different, the way we did this one, we paid them for basically labor only. We supplied all the materials, we supplied our own countertops, we supplied the fixtures, we supplied. This bid is gonna break down to, kind of like Luke was saying, it's gonna be hard to break down like exactly. So we're out of the office, we're coming down. I think the next thing is that dining room.
Yeah.
If you remember, as you can see on this video, this was kind of funky the way that the living room was set up. There's a little bit of drywall repairs that were needed. We had to close that up to kind of make it a little more functional.
That room is gonna be super inexpensive again. I mean, that room probably by the time you add up paint and, you know, some drywall repairs and a light fixture, my guess is that room is going to be somewhere around $300 total, maybe $400 total.
Exactly. So then we go into the living room. We did the drywall repair where the little old TV entertainment center was, patched that up. We also, something we didn't really talk about is we did new baseboard throughout the whole entire house. So our baseboard bid is actually in the labor bid. That is one thing that he supplied. In the total labor bid, just so we can kind of add this up here for you as we're going through it, the initial bid was $12,000 for labor, which now that we're sitting here and like going over it,
Stupidity on our part.
it's a little bit more than we should have spent. Honestly, especially with us supplying most of the materials. And then there was also a change order, $1,160, and then another change order of $600. So that adds up to $13,700.
$13,700 is just too high for labor for that house. There's just no question about it. So I mean, that's, again, I know we talked about it a little bit in some of the, you know, the past videos, but it's like, this was our first time ever working with this contractor. Unfortunately, it was a lot of like learning, you know, like kind of like trial and error with him. And, you know, if we're going to continue working with him in the future, we're going to basically kind of streamline it. It's going to be very difficult to work with a contractor like that if they're going to charge $13,700 labor only for the most part on a very, very quick and light and easy renovation that they're not doing carpet, they're not doing countertops, they're not doing paint.
And you might be sitting there thinking, oh, why are you giving a new contractor a try for this? Well, when you have a number of projects going, you're always looking for more contractors. The number one bottleneck on scaling a flipping company is contractors. So it's a process, but that's what you're here for, and that's what we're gonna share with you. Next thing, kitchen. This is where I think most of the money was spent.
Like Jake was saying, the kitchen is definitely where most of the money was spent and the most changes that you'll be able to see visibly. The total for the countertops is about $5,100, but that also includes the countertops for all the bathrooms as well as the kitchens. When we take a look at just the kitchen, we're thinking somewhere in the ballpark of about $3,500. See that we did the waterfall countertop for the main island right there. The countertops in the back were all made that super nice white with some veins and it looks great. Also in the kitchen, we replaced the backsplash. That came out to about $400, but made a huge difference. It looks so nice. Went ahead and replaced all the hardware on the cabinets as well, which is about $100 or so. So nothing too major. So we're at about $4 grand total right there for the kitchen. I mean, most of the money was spent there, but it had a dramatic difference and it looked great. And you know, the kitchen's one of the biggest selling points when you come into a house, especially for families.
Next is that hall bathroom,
Yeah.
which actually we didn't do a whole lot in here, which was nice. New light up top, all in for that bathroom, about $1,000. The next room is that downstairs guest bedroom, which on this one, we probably spent about the exact same as that office, which was $700.
So honestly, just going off on like the guest bedrooms and then also the office, they're all pretty much the exact same. Again, you're talking carpeting, you're talking paint, you're talking a fan. So I mean, with that being said, we're just gonna give it kind of like that round number of about $700 per room for those, because that's ultimately what they cost. So then that brings us upstairs, and again, really the only two things aside from the guest bedrooms upstairs, the 2 bathrooms up there. The second guest bath, the only one upstairs though, that one was very similar. We did the countertops, we did a new light fixture, we did hardware on the cabinets up there, we epoxied that tub as well. That's gonna run us right around $1,000 for that bathroom as well. And then the most expensive bathroom was obviously that master bathroom. That was the one shower that we decided to actually pull the tile out. You guys remember Steven almost hit his head on the little glass door when you walked in. That bathroom altogether was probably gonna run us right around $225, probably right around $3 grand. $3 grand to maybe $3,300, because we did new faucet in the tub as well.
So the last thing was to clean up the backyard. So did a little bit of just clean up on the landscaping, and then also the pool, if you guys remember, had like some scuffs on the bottom, so clean that up. All in all, it came out to about $600, so not too bad.
So all in all on this project, we are $29,250.
And as we said, that's too much. Like, just being very honest, we shouldn't have spent $29,000 on this renovation.
So we're gonna set our new target sales price at $639,000. We put $30,000 into this as rehab. Closing cost to purchase it was right around $5,000. The realtor fee is when we go to sell this is gonna be right around $25,000 to $26,000. Our holding costs on this, since it did take a little bit longer, $20,000. So with all that being said, if we can achieve our target sales price of $639,000, we are set to make a whopping $28,000.
If we would have known that, you know, selling this thing at potentially at $640, if we would have only, I don't want to say only, but if we would have done this to make $28,000 and it took longer and everything, we probably wouldn't have done this one, just being very honest.
At the end of the day, obviously making about $30,000 is amazing, and would be considered a decent salary here in America. But with so many risks that come into it, like Jake was saying, the house could sit for longer, we could maybe not get the full price that we're asking for, there could be a ton of market shifts. And having to split the profit as well amongst multiple people, that profit starts to dwindle really quickly. That's what we want to show you guys, that it's not all rainbows and butterflies and everything's amazing. You have to understand that when you're flipping houses, there's going to be risks that are associated, and we're here to show you the good and the bad.
All right, guys, well, we're excited to keep you updated once this goes under contract and break down the final numbers on a future video. Till then, we'll see you soon.